Hi friends, I'm Sierra and I'm here at the Edible Squared Kern County, and today I'm going to show you how to spend some nice relaxing time in your yard getting to know the plants and animals that are surrounding you every day. We're going to learn how to find a magic spot and some cool activities you can do in your magic spot every day. A magic spot is a place in your backyard or maybe in a park near you, out in nature, where you can sit quietly and relax and observe your surroundings. So when you're looking for your spot, think about those factors. So I'm choosing this spot in the back of the garden where it's nice and shaded, it's peaceful, there's many flowers and plants around me, and this is where a lot of insects and birds like to hang out, and I can just really spend some time here and relax. When I come to my magic spot, here's what I recommend bringing. Some colored pencils, a pen and a pencil for writing, and a journal to record drawings, notes, or thoughts that you might have while sitting out here in your space. I recommend just some white paper because then you have the freedom to draw, write, and create. So to start, once you've found your space, just take a moment to really just drop into the space, listening to different sounds around you, observing what might be around you, and take some notes if you'd like. You can record things that you're noticing, insects flying by, the sounds of birds or maybe cars even in the distance, and you can jot those things down. You can also write down questions you have, like, I wonder why that insect has been crawling up this stem for so long, or I wonder what these birds are collecting seeds for. So all those questions you can record in your journal. You can also record thoughts that come up and things that you are reminded of while you're sitting in your spot. So you can get started enjoying your magic spot, writing down notes of things you notice and you wonder, and enjoying your space out in nature. All right, after you've taken some time to enjoy your magic spot, writing down what you notice and what you wonder, let's turn a new page and we're going to work on another activity that you can do in your magic spot called nature journaling. So, get to a new page. Now, nature journaling is not about being the best artist in the whole world. It's about making accurate observations and taking notes in the form of a drawing so that you can later identify a plant, an insect, or a bird that you've been looking at. So today, I'm going to start with this little oak seedling that has started to grow out here in the back of the garden. And I start my nature journaling by writing the date, and I like to write the time of day or what the weather's like so that when you revisit your journal, you can remember that day and what it was like. So I started my journal entry with the date, time, what the day is like, the temperature, and then a few notes about the plant that I'm observing. So I'm observing this little oak seedling. If you don't know what it is you're observing, that's fine too. You might learn in the process. So I've taken down a few notes about how tall it is, how the leaves feel, and the color, and now I'm going to start drawing my plant so that I can maybe later identify it. And so I'm trying to think about, okay, it's got a center stem that's maybe about 2 inches tall, so I'm going to draw that. It's got a couple leaves coming out from the middle with thick center veins, and they've kind of got loby, wavy edges, so I'm going to make sure that I get that in there. And notice there's a little bite mark, and I'm noticing that the veins go from the center vein all the way to the tip of each lobe. So I'm going to draw that in my leaf. So as you're nature journaling, just try and make it as accurate as you can, and it doesn't have to be perfect. This is a practice. That's a really good thing to remember when you're in your magic spot, that you are practicing spending time out in nature and getting to know your surroundings even better. So go ahead and keep doing that, just kind of eyeballing what your plant looks like, drawing many parts of it as you can, and taking notes as you go. So maybe if drawing's not your favorite part, spend a little bit of time on that, and then maybe spend some more time taking notes on the side. So I might add a little arrow and write veins go to the lobes. Or I might get a ruler out and do some measurements and add that in. And this is about 1.5 inches. So you can add little scientific elements to your nature journal as you go. If you'd like to put a few finishing touches on your drawing, you can pull out your colored pencils and you can add some color to your leaves if you'd like. Or you can just do black and white, it's all good too. Whatever feels exciting for you. And then when you're completely finished with your drawing, you can keep that there and you can revisit your same plant day after day, week after week, and notice how it changes over time. Another fun thing you can do with your drawings is with a friend or a sibling, you can play the game Find My Plant. And when you're done, you can pass your journal to a friend and tell them the general area in your yard where you are sitting, and then have them try to locate the exact plant you drew just using your notes about what it looks like and some characteristics that you noticed in the area. So, enjoy doing some nature journaling in your yard, and I have another fun activity that you can do in your magic spot. So, this next activity is called sound mapping. And to do this activity, you'll need a new fresh page in your journal, and you'll choose the spot where you're sitting. So for me, I'm just gonna put a little X where I'm sitting in my yard. And then you're gonna set a timer for maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and you're just going to listen to your surroundings. And as you listen to what's around you, you are gonna make marks in your sound map where you hear each sound. So for example, if I'm hearing a small insect that's making sound very close to me, I might make a little X very close to me. And if I hear another sound that's very far away in the distance, I'm gonna make another X where I hear those sounds. Okay? And as you hear it, you might also make a hypothesis of what that sound is. So I might write insect. Or I hear the road nearby, and so I might write cars. And way over here and over here, I'm hearing some birds. So take your time, take a few minutes, write down the different sounds you hear. Close your eyes maybe before you start writing and really just start to listen. And then after your timer's up and you have a bunch of things on your map, you can fill in the rest of the scene. So maybe over here's the road, and that's where I heard my car sound. I'm sitting in the grasslands where there's some trees in the shade. And over here, there's some flowers. And over here where I heard the birds, there's some really big trees, and there's also some water. So maybe they're hanging out where they can get some water. So you can go ahead and fill in your map with little doodles and drawings and some hypothesis for what you might have heard. And so that's another fun thing that you can do to get to know the plants and animals that are nearby. All right, thanks for joining me while we found our magic spots and learned about some fun activities that you can do solo in your own backyard to get to know plants, animals, and nature that's all around you. Today, we spent some time sitting in our magic spots, writing down what we noticed, what we wondered, what this place would remind you of. We spent some time doing some nature journaling, learning how we can really be scientists and take down accurate observations, and in the process, practice being an artist. And we also learned how we can focus in on different sounds around us and make a sound map. And all of these activities you can practice doing every week, every day, as you revisit that same magic spot in your yard and get to know all of the nature around you. Have fun!